Hello viewers, if you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. Also, click on the bell icon so that you get the latest information about the videos that are uploaded.
Hello students, welcome back to the new video. In this video, we are going to continue the ongoing chapter number 3, Synthetic Fibers and Plastics. In today's session, we will discuss about the environmental pollution preventive measures. Now, we will discuss the different ways to save the environment from excessive plastic waste. You know that environmental pollution can be due to different factors. But here we are going to discuss the environmental pollution due to excessive plastic waste. Plastic is a necessary evil. Its use cannot be abandoned at once. However, some preventive measures can be taken to reduce the impact of plastic on the environment. Now, see, in this chapter, we have learned about plastic in detail. We have seen that in every fields of our life, we use plastic in one way or other. Therefore, plastic is a necessary evil. Then why do we call it as evil? It is called as evil because it has got some bad effect on our environment. Therefore, then can we ignore it or abandon it at once? No, because nowadays the plastic has taken a very important place in every fields of our life. So we cannot even abandon at once. Therefore, we call it as a necessary evil. Now, however, some preventive measures we can take to reduce the impact of plastic on the environment. So in this session, we are going to study about that preventive measures which can reduce the impact of plastic on the environment. Some of the ways of reducing environmental pollution caused by plastic waste are given below. Number 1. Wherever and whenever possible, use of plastic items should be discouraged. For example, eco-friendly carry bags made of paper or cloth should be used instead of plastic bags. See children, we know that plastic is very extensively used in our day-to-day life. We cannot completely remove or abandon it at once, but we can reduce the use of plastic items. That is, whenever and wherever possible, we should discourage the use of plastic items. For example, when we go for shopping or to purchase something from a shop, we should carry our own bags made of paper or cloth so that we can say no to the plastic bags. Similarly, nowadays different kinds of lunch box made of plastics are available. But we should opt for the stainless steel lunch box instead of plastic lunch box. In these ways, we can say or we can discourage the use of plastic items. Step number 2. We should not throw polythene bags, wrappers of chips, biscuits and other eatables in water bodies on the roads, in parks or picnic places. The used plastic material should be put in the dustbins provided at various public places. See, we have got an habit of throwing the things, polythene bags, wrappers, etc. on the roadsides or in water bodies. But it should be stopped. The used plastic materials should always be put in the dustbins which are provided at various public places. Why we should do so? Because this will help to keep our surroundings clean and also prevent the blockage of dirty water drains and sewers. See, if we put the wrappers in the water bodies, then it may block the water drains and sewers. So this type of habits we should stop. Step number 3. Different bins should be used to collect plastic and organic waste in homes and at public places. See, instead of throwing all the type of waste in one dustbin, we should keep different bins. One should be used for collecting the plastic waste and the other one should be used for organic waste, whether it is home or at public places. And you might have seen in public places there are different types of bins. Green bins are used for dumping organic waste, whereas blue bins are used to collect plastic, metal, or other dry waste. See, you must have seen this type of green bins and blue bins kept in the public places. In here, the green bins are used for collecting the organic waste. Organic waste means the left out food, vegetable peels, etc., which can be decomposed by microorganisms. Whereas the blue bins collect the plastic, metal, or any other dry waste which are non-biodegradable waste. So what we can say, green bins are used to collect the biodegradable waste, whereas blue bins collect the non-biodegradable waste. Step number 4. Plastic items should be used repeatedly before discarding them completely. This practice will reduce the plastic waste generation. So how can we reduce the plastic waste generation? This can be done by reusing the plastic items repeatedly before discarding them completely. For example, polythene bags and plastic bottles should be reused maximum number of times before throwing them as waste. That means once when we bring something from the market and after using that, the polythene bags we should not throw at once. What we should do? We should keep that and use it again so that the waste generated by us can be reduced. Step number 5. Plastic items such as empty bottles and other plastic containers can be used for storing various food items in the kitchen, growing indoor plants, and making decorative items. Now, it is up to us how to reuse the plastic items. For example, the empty bottles and plastic containers can be used for storing various food items in the kitchen and also for growing indoor plants. And we can use these plastic containers or empty bottles etc. for making the beautiful decorative items. Step number 6. Plastic waste should be recycled. All the plastic waste in the homes, shops and industry should be collected and sent for recycling in plastic making factories. See, one of the important steps for reducing the plastic waste is recycling. How can we do the recycling process? For that, we have to collect all the plastic waste in our homes, shops, industry, wherever it may be, to be collected and send it for recycling in plastic making factories. And then what do? There the plastic waste articles are melted and used to make new plastic articles. In the factories, these old plastic materials are melted and they will remold that and make new articles. Most of the thermoplastic items can be recycled, but the articles made of thermosetting plastics cannot be recycled. Now you know that what are thermoplastic and thermosetting plastic. This thermoplastic, which can be molded or given shape many times, are recycled. That means thermoplastic we can recycle, whereas thermosetting plastics we cannot recycle. For example, the plastic bottles or plastic containers which are made up of thermoplastic we give for recycling, but the electric items like switches or the plugs etc. which are made of thermoplastic are not given for recycling. During recycling of plastic, certain colors are added to identify it as recycled plastic. However, the recycled plastics are often poisonous due to the presence of toxic dyes. These dyes get absorbed into the food items stored in them, which leads to many health risks. So, while doing the recycling of plastic, certain types of dyes or colors are added in it. But these dyes can be toxic or poisonous. Because of these poisonous toxic substances or toxic dyes, we cannot use this recycled plastic for storing the food items. If we store the food items in this recycled plastic, what will happen? These toxic dyes get absorbed into the food items and lead to many health risks. So, what we can say, we should avoid the usage of recycled plastic for the storage of food. Step number 7. We should practice 5R principle to save the environment from the harmful effects of the excessive use of plastics. The 5 R's stand for reduce, reuse, recover, recycle and refuse. The practice of 5 R's minimize plastic waste and lower the environmental threats posed by it. So what does 5R stand for? Reduce. We have already seen that we should try to reduce the usage of plastic. Second one is reuse. We should always try to use the plastic items again and again before throwing it as a waste. Then recover. We should try to recover, or we should try to save the environment and recover it from the damage. Next one is recycle. We have seen that the plastic items which can be recycled should always give in the factories and get it recycled to make new items. And refuse. Refuse means we should say no to plastic. Whenever and wherever possible, we should say no and refuse the plastic items. So this practice of 5 R's helps to minimize the plastic waste and thus lower the environmental threats posed by it. Now, here we will discuss an example to see how the knowledge of science has used to develop the useful things from the plastic waste. An Indian government order in November 2015 has made it mandatory for all road developers in the country to use waste plastic along with bituminous mixes for road construction. This is to help overcome the growing problems of plastic waste disposal in India. See, nowadays the plastic waste disposal is a growing problem in India. That means the waste disposal, or especially the plastic waste disposal, is a great problem. Now, how we can reduce that? For that, government made a mandatory rule. What is that? All road developers should use the plastic waste along with the bituminous mixes for road construction. Bituminous is a material used for making the road. So along with this bituminous, the plastic waste also should be used. The technology for this was developed by the Plastic Man of India, Professor Rajagopalan Vasudevan, chemistry professor at Tyagarajar College of Engineering, Madurai. Waste plastic is shredded and heated at about 165 degrees Celsius, which is then mixed with hot bitumen. The mixture is then used for road construction. See, when the government made it mandatory to use the plastic waste for road construction, the technology should be developed for that. And who made this or developed this technology? It was developed by Plastic Man of India. Who is known as the Plastic Man of India? Professor Rajagopalan Vasudevan, who is a chemistry professor at Tyagarajar College of Engineering, Madurai. Now, how he developed this method? What he did, the waste plastic is shredded and made into pieces and heated at about 165 degrees Celsius, and then it is mixed with the hot bitumen. Bitumen is the original material used for the construction of road. So along with this bitumen, the hot and melted plastic is added. Then the mixture is then used for road construction. This practice not only serves as a better way to dispose of plastic waste, but also increases the quality of the road. So it is seen that it is one of the method of disposing of the plastic waste. At the same time, this mixture has made the or increased the quality of the road. We need to use the synthetic fibers and plastics in such a way that we can enjoy their good qualities and at the same time minimize the environmental hazards for the living communities. So, what do we conclude from this discussion? We need to use the synthetic fibers and plastics in such a way that we can enjoy their good qualities. We should be able to make use of their good qualities. At the same time, we should know how to minimize the environmental hazards for the living communities. So students, I hope you have understood the topics very well. But still, if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment section. I will surely try to solve it as early as possible. Here are some review questions. Please solve it in your notebook. Thank you.